Hi everyone. Last night I cooked the crab claws and this morning I'm going to pick them. This is an easy way of picking the crab claws. Obviously you can use them for any dish. You can use them in a crab tienne, crab ravioli, crab raviolo, crab sandwich. There's lots of different ways of eating the crab claws or the meat from the crab claws, but one thing that I wanted to point out is when you are picking them, there's lots of little bits in there that you don't really want in the meat. Here's one I've just done. In there it's just all meat and there are the empty shells. I wouldn't throw the empty shells away. I'd probably make a stock out of them. I've got a few lobster shells that I'm going to make a stock out of that, and then I just put that in the freezer. Inside the claw there's several parts to it. You've got the bit there that is attached to the main crab body, like a knuckle, and then the claw, and you can see it moves there. Inside this claw is this little bit of cartilage, and you really don't want to be eating that if you're having a sandwich. There's nothing worse than having a bit of shell or a bit of cartilage in there. It just feels like it's sand and it's just not a pleasant taste or of experience. So what I do is I just snap that off and pull that bit, and then you can use just a normal teaspoon, but we've got these pickers and you can pick them up fairly cheaply on the internet or local shops, and you can even use a cocktail stick. But the idea of it is to try and get that out. So if you just pull that out and get rid of all of that, put that on that plate, and then inside go very carefully, and I might even use a cocktail stick just to show you how easy it is, just to kind of release the meat, and then you can pick it out like that. So that is the crab claw. I've got all the meat out of that. So that's the first part. The next part is getting hold of something heavy. You can use a hammer or whatever. I tend to hold on to it like that and then just knock down very slightly so you break that one off. And then again, just easing the meat out as best you can. So I'm going to push it a bit there, but just ease it out like that. And it's actually quite therapeutic if you've got a load of these, because you know when you've done it you're going to have a really wonderful pile of crab meat, and it's actually quite satisfying. So I think we've pretty much got all the meat out of there, and don't worry if there is a little bit left in there, it'll go nicely in the stock. So I think I've got everything out. Oh no, a bit more there. So they are. That one is the second part. Now this one is a really awkward one. You do need a bit more of a hammer. So it bends like that. So what you're trying to do is basically break that off. So just a sharp tap which releases it. Oops. And again, there's a little bit of cartilage in this one, so peel that off if you can, but don't get that bit in the meat, because as I say, that is not a pleasant experience. And what we need to do is ease it. Lost my cocktail stick. Ease it again, just releasing it away from the shell. Like that. So you're getting a lot of it out. And actually for years I've used these things, but actually I think a cocktail stick is probably easier. You can push it that way, but it's just getting it all out. and pushing it like that. So if you ever manage to get some crab claws, you know now how to cook them and how to pick them, and I'm sure you'll find this is quite a nice thing. But if you don't want to pick them, you can get them from fishmongers. They do sell white meat, brown meat, and you can buy crab claws online. There's a lot of online fishmongers now that will sell crab claws, and go to your local fishmonger if you've got one and get them from there. But that's all you do. And then the final bit, again, we need to get rid of the cartilage, and then just pull the meat carefully off that bit of cartilage, and then this knuckle bit comes out quite nicely. And there you go, that's one crab claw. So on one crab is actually, that is off one crab. So there's quite a lot of meat in there, and I'd say for crab tin, maybe probably just 2 crab claws each, because you're going to be putting a bit of you know, other ingredients in there. But I think that's quite a nice amount. You know, double that, so have 2, maybe 3, and a crab tien. Probably, I'm not really sure how many you'll need, but I'll work that one out for you. So maybe a couple of crab claws each, and that's how you pick a crab claw.